Okay, on my last video, I was just discussing techniques that we use for countering a straight punch. Now what we have now is because some people go, well, what if somebody punches you from around? Because if he's punching me from around and I move this way, I'm going to get hit. But if he punches me straight, I can move this way and not be hit. So that is clear. So some people just think automatically that we got him now because he can only defend himself if somebody punches a straight punch. So what we do, if somebody round punches us, we're in this position here. So we bring up our elbow. Now the other thing that we have is what some people see in their understanding is just that he came to punch and I elbowed. And in their head, they're just bringing up their elbow. But what I'm actually doing is turning my body this way. And so in this motion, because I've had students doing some demonstrations and people question their demonstrations because he comes to punch and they got this hit and then they're coming to hit here and then getting hit there. So some people say that's no good, you're going to get hit. What you have to understand in this situation is when he's coming to punch, the same motion that I'm turning to cover my head. Like, let's say we could be this close and he can round punch right around the back of my head, like hooking me around the back of my head. So if he hooks me around the back of my head, I'm still going to get hit. So what we do is we turn this way to cover that from happening. And as we turn that way, we hit with this hand. So it's not like we go, he comes to punch, block, and he's punching her. It's not like that. But some people, that's what they see. So we're bringing it out a bit clearer because communicating these techniques on the internet leaves a lot of people not seeing certain things that without the understanding. And you have to have the understanding. Like it was like when I was young, in the 70s, I was training in Taekwondo and all of our punches, they came from the hips and they twisted out. And I asked my instructor, why are we doing this? Because I'm thinking it's better to keep your hands in between your face and your opponent's face. And he tells me, why does a snake coil before it strikes? So I'm thinking in my head, well, a snake doesn't have feet or legs to jump at you, so of course he has to coil before he strikes. It's one of those funny things. So I can understand ridiculing people when they're watching videos who don't understand the whole concept. And I had another instructor in the later 80s who was teaching karate, and I said to him, if he comes to punch, and I do an outside block like this, because I'm doing like outside block to do karate, and he's coming to punch 1, 2, I'm getting the second punch. So I sort of questioned that. So I said, what if he comes with the second punch? And my instructor said, what if you got hit by a car coming to class? So I know there's always these funny answers and you don't get to really rebut people on the internet. So I wanted to make it clear. I tried to explain the techniques a bit better. The other thing is we do things slowly so that we can teach it. Because if somebody just seen I blocked and then punched and I got punched in between, we want to have it so that when he comes around punch, we're blocking, we're all heading. If I'm coming to do this, I'm coming for these techniques only to avoid that secondary punch. Because when he comes to punch and I'm hitting, I'm avoiding that other hit. Because if he does come to punch with that other hit, this hand intercepts it before it could get there. So that's it for today's lesson.